Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Joel, and this is A Stable Life. Well, it would appear that we got some snow with a little bit of crust on the top. A couple days ago, we got a couple inches of snow followed by rain on top, and now temperatures have dropped, so the rain has frozen to the snow, making it extremely crunchy. It's good snowball snow. We're gonna have to put some round bales in the feeders today, top the feeders up. Being that it's gonna be cold for the week, they're gonna be going through a little bit more hay. We're gonna check all the horses and make sure that none of them are cold. And we're also gonna do some walking around and check the ground to make sure it's safe for them to be outside. Though I'm gonna be honest with you guys, things are looking pretty good. The only reason that we would be keeping them in like last time would be if we genuinely felt that there was a high probability of them slipping, falling, and hurting themselves, which based on what I'm seeing right now so far, doesn't look like that, which is really good news. Alrighty, all the horses have grain put in all their stalls, and the donkeys have grain, and they are excited to have it today, let me tell you. How you doing this morning, Rocky? Want to say hi to everybody? All right, we're gonna let them eat and we're gonna get started on hay. Alrighty, it's time to unleash the poncho. Did you guys see that poncho power? Man. Hey, you guys ready to come in? I'll take that as a yes. Time to let the nays in. Here we go. Ready? All right, I'm just giving you guys a prelude. The mystery horse is not in this herd today. Falcon, morning. Rebel, morning. Casino, morning. Jack, morning. Champ, morning. Poe, morning. Aren't they all so nice when they walk by? They say morning right when they're walking by you. At least that's what I think they're saying. They're not saying, get out of the way, I'm trying to get my food. Alrighty, one herd down, one herd to go. All right, you guys ready? These horses, they're all gonna say hi. They're gonna say good morning. They're gonna love me. Right, Declan? Right? Yeah, I'm feeling the love, let me tell you. I will point out the mystery horse. He is right here. This right here is our mystery horse. No worries. I'll point on him later on as to who he is. Morning, Weather. Morning, Obi. Morning, Gavin. All right. So I'm not going to take it offensively that none of them wanted to give me a hug and or said hello and or asked me how my day is going. They all just ran right by me and didn't care. But I'm not taking that to heart. You know, we're just going to water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. In other news, let's go and check and see how this hill is. Wow, this ain't bad at all. Let's try over here. A lot less horse tracks over here, but this ain't bad. I can get up this just fine. Well, that's good news. I'll have to check a little bit more in the pasture, but if the hill's fine and the lower ring's fine, then chances are pretty good that we're fine. And that means that the horses are fine. And if we're fine and the horses are fine, then that means Leia's fine. Right, Leia? Suppose I better go close the doors before the nays get out. And here is another look at our mystery horse for the day and his beautiful rear. As you can tell, you can really tell a lot about a horse from seeing none of their markings and only their blanket. Now, in all seriousness, guys, I just wanted to come in the stall with him a little bit and kind of talk about what breed he is and talk a little bit about who he is so you guys can get an idea as to who this is. Clear as mud? Clear as mud. I'll let him get back to eating so he can get right back to doing what he wants to do. But, yeah, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. I don't know if anyone's guessed it or not yet, but this is a grade quarter horse. And grade is Grade, in case you were wondering. Not great. Grade. Grade quarter horse. And you might be wondering, hey, Joel, that's awesome. What's that? Excellent question. So for anybody out there that owns dogs, you may have heard the term mutt used when it comes to dogs. Well, that's pretty much what he is. A grade quarter horse is a quarter paint cross, but he basically has so many different breeds in him that it's unidentifiable when it comes to how much is in him and what he basically is in regards to any significance. So He's basically the horse version of a mutt. And continuing the dog reference, for anybody out there that does have mutts, you'll know that mutts are awesome. I absolutely love mutts. Sometimes I feel that they're the best dogs out there. Some interesting traits that this guy has is that he loves to be very friendly and cuddly, at least with me. Not necessarily everybody, but he's super friendly to me. He does this really neat thing when he eats hay. Here, just listen closely. Go ahead, do it again. Yeah, do it again. Did you guys see that? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so maybe all horses can do that, but he does it good, okay? He does it really good. But every single time I go to open his door all the way up, he goes flying out of his stall and books it down the aisleway. That's pretty much this guy's undeniable trait that he loves to do. He's also really challenging to catch in the pasture. Because he knows you're coming to get him for one reason and one reason only. Work. And this guy's not all about that life. He's more about the, he's sitting on the coastline, sipping some water and chewing on some hay. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put your guesses down below and we will see who was right. You guys are doing really good. It seems that on average about... Declan! Seems that on average about 5 or 6 of you guys are getting the horses every single time, which is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. The more that you guys comment down below, the more that you guys we're gonna give Declan some special attention. He's upset. Hey Declan, do you think they hit that like button yet? What do you think? Okay, good deal. I just wanted to check, guys. I just wanted to check. Declan, lick your lips. Lick your lips. Yeah, come on, do it. Yeah, Declan, just lick the lips. Just lick the lips, Declan. Just lick the lips. Yeah, come on, right down here. There we go. Yeah! Woo! If that don't get you out of bed in the morning, I don't know what will. Okay, well, aside from talking with the horses a little bit and being all by myself down here, that totally doesn't affect you. I guarantee it. We need to get these girls fired up. It's pretty cold. We're going through a cold front right now, so I need to get the four-wheeler started up to go and check and see how our feeders are looking. I need to get the tractor fired up because we are going to be grabbing some round bales. Hey, are you guys ready to be let out? Go ahead, Buster. There you go, buddy. Go on ahead, Buster. There you go, boyos. Alrighty, with the donkeys taken care of, let's head on out and see what our feeders are looking like, shall we? We ended up having, during that snowstorm, a lot of really bad weather. With the snow and the rain and the freezing rain, we decided to keep the horses in during the storm. I wasn't able to cover that, but my mom and Gavin basically took care of everything for that. That takes us to our hay. So we don't really have a lot that's left of these feeders. This one's got a little bit and that one's got a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop a bale in this feeder here. We had a couple people that were asking, hey, how long does a round bale last once you put it out? For our 19 horses, and honestly, you can't really give a number on this because it changes based on the weather. When it gets warmer, they eat less. When it gets colder, they eat more. With it being cold right now, what we've seen this winter is we'll put a round bale out and they'll have that round bale eaten down to the point that we'll need to put another bale out in 3 days, and then that round bale will be gone in 4 days. Let's go check on the big pasture next. So in the big field, things are looking a little different. There's a little bit of hay in the first feeder, and then there's a splash of hay in the second, the third, and the fourth, but none of them are completely clean. So I'm thinking, based on looks, we're gonna do the second feeder and the fourth feeder. We're gonna put a round bale in each of those. That way they can mop up the hay that's in the first feeder and the third feeder. I'm looking forward to when the ground thaws out enough that I'm able to pull these feeders out of the ground. I can clean the base off with the tractor, and then they'll be standing up a little bit higher. And then we're thinking we're going to be putting these on blocks, just raising them up a little bit higher, so that way the tops of the round bales don't fall out the sides when they're eating them. But with it being cold this week coming up, they're going to be eating them pretty heavily. So I'm not too worried about it for now. All right, in that case then, let's go ahead and get some round bales. All right, we found our hay spike. We're just going to hook up to it. So the way that this stays on is the tractor just holds it on here by the metal that's underneath it, and then you drop these handles down. That drops a pin and locks the bottom. There's lots of ways that we can move hay. You can use pallet forks. A lot of people actually even take a bucket and they just put a spear on the bucket, but we have a hay spike and this works really good for moving the bales. You obviously just can't do this when you're moving wrapped bales and you want to keep the integrity of the wrap because, you know, a hole in the wrap really isn't going to do you much good. Okay, so we made it out to where our round bales are stored. We have 2 that are left here in this line, and then we've got this whole line here. Now, just looking at this round bale here, the wrapping does not look like it was wrapped as much. So this may have a little bit more spoilage than we will be able to accept. If that happens, the bale's not wasted. It's instead of it being fed to the horses, it's just fed to the cows. Horses have a digestive system that if they eat bad material or material that actually will create lots of gas in their digestive system, which fermenting hay will do, it could potentially kill them. I won't be able to really go in detail with that right now. That's why we need to be careful with the hay that we feed them, and we need to make sure that the hay that we feed our horses is dry. All right, so let's crack this bale open and see what we got. Okay, well, I was wrong. This bale actually looks fantastic. Go ahead and peel her off. Oh, yeah. The bale's just breathing for the first time in a long while. Yeah, that'll be good. We could definitely feed that. The hay has a little bit of a browning to it, and that's just because it has not received any air and the sun has hit this. So what happens is hay can turn yellow and brown from a process called bleaching, which is basically the sun hitting it, and the sun hitting this turns this gold colored. But when you take and actually look beyond the surface, you can see very closely here that it's actually green underneath. That is very good hay. All right, 1 down, 2 to go. Wow. Sorry guys, I just need to show you how beautiful the baler made this bale. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can see right where the hay starts and how the hay is rolled and rolled and rolled, and how this is very well packed. That's 2 bales down, we got 1 to go. Looks like we're 3 for 3, which is really good to see. All right, let's go ahead and spear them and bring them on over and sit them down in the pasture. All right, we got our bale. I'll see you guys at the horse stable. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we just got the second bale put in, and this one's looking absolutely beautiful as well. So that's 2 down, and that'll be the big pasture. Next up is 1 more bale for the middle pasture. I seriously just can't say enough how beautiful this round bale is. My goodness, that is gorgeous. I like good hay. What can I say? And perfect, if I do say so myself. It's nice and centered. This feeder doesn't have any feet, so it's a little lower. So sadly, we will definitely have some hay waste from them just pulling it out of the feeder, unlike the two down there that I picked up and moved that do have feet. But you can just look at, not only is this bale tight, but it's beautiful. Oh man. All right, I'm done talking about hay. That's gonna wrap things up for hay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the tractor put up and parked. Gotta take the hay spike off, and then we're gonna go ahead and let all our ponies out. Alrighty, we are back inside the horse stable, and here we go. So, did you guys get his name right? That's right, our mystery horse for today is Archer. Before we can let out Archer though, we just gotta let out Suede. Go munch up. All right, Archer, you ready to do the characteristic Archer trait? There we go, buddy. Oh wow, he's pretty calm today. Oh, there he goes. Go enjoy the sunny skies, the snowy pastures, and the feeders full of hay. That's right. There you go, buddy. There you go, Poncho. There you go, Duke. Okay, then we switch this back over, and then that'll allow us to let out Spitfire, Obi, Argento, and Skywalker. And then Rebel, go ahead, Rebel. Rebel and Falcon are going out into the big field. There you go, buddy. All right, boys. Have yourselves a good one. All right. It's nice and sunny out today, and when it's sunny like this, they like to sleep. They'll just stand in the sun, sunbathe, and fall asleep. Nice full belly. That's what I'd do today if I could. Oh my goodness, what is going on in here?
We're working.
How's things going?
Pretty good. It's slow.
Stressful in here.
It's stressful.
It's stressful.
Why is it stressful?
She's yelling at me. I just try and sit here and work, and she yells at me.
What are you doing yelling at him?
I'm not yelling at him.
You causing problems?
Okay, and I'm gonna be. She wasn't yelling at me. She wasn't yelling at me. Yeah, so I've been working. Whoa. Joel. I'm editing. Get out of town. I'm editing.
You guys will be able to see it soon, don't you worry. Alrighty, so I came up here to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, if you haven't, to hit that like button, and we'd really appreciate it if you would be able to subscribe.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.